Good evening, meteorologist Caleb Seaver here in the University of South Alabama AtmosCenter with a look at your nightly forecast. So let's start things off by looking at the radar. Not a lot going on right now at 11:08 p.m., but we saw a lot of showers and thunderstorms earlier today, but we still have a few showers and thunderstorms to talk about here at 11 p.m. One storm just to the west of Foley, a few storms just off the coast of Gulf Shores. You may be seeing that lightning at Gulf Shores, Orange Beach, as well as one storm start moving to Pensacola Beach over in the Florida Panhandle. So don't be surprised with over the next couple of hours if you're in places like Pensacola Beach, Destin, Fort Walton Beach to see some of those showers and thunderstorms as these storms are moving off to the east. Across the rest of the area, don't be shocked to see a few of those showers and thunderstorms yourself either, especially as we go later into the night, around 2, 3 a.m., we could see some of these storms start to pop up. Now, not everybody's going to see rain. It's going to be very isolated, very widely scattered, but we could see a shower or two. Overnight lows, really not really much of a low, as temperatures only dropping into the middle 70s. 74 in Gulf Shores and Mobile, 72 in Lucedale. Even in the Florida Panhandle, you're really feeling that warmth tonight with 79 in Pensacola and 77 in Destin. So really not going to cool off much and going to feel pretty muggy and sticky even as you head out the door tomorrow morning. By the time we get to 7 a.m., we're at 76 degrees before warming up into the middle 80s by the lunch hour. So it's going to be a pretty warm, muggy morning. It's not going to be the hottest day. You're really going to be feeling that humidity. The bigger story, though, the showers and thunderstorms. Around a 70% chance throughout much of the day tomorrow. So let's talk about who's going to see it and when we're going to see them. Here we are at 7 a.m. We see a big line of thunderstorms approaching the area from the northwest. And as we go throughout the morning, this line is going to advance to the east. So by the time we get to around 10 a.m., we see showers and thunderstorms in areas like Bay Minette, Mobile, Pascagoula, and Gulfport. And as we go a little later into the day, we see most of the area dealing with the showers and thunderstorms at this point. So here we are at 1:30. You see most places seeing rain or have seen rain at this point. But good news is, even though we're going to see a lot of rain, especially in the morning and early afternoon hours tomorrow, by the time we get to Thursday evening, it's looking pretty good. Most of the area dry at this point, even some clearing in parts of Monroe and Clark counties, with only isolated showers closer to the coast expected by tomorrow evening. But be aware that with any storm we see tomorrow, they could be on the stronger side. The Storm Prediction Center's places in a level 1 out of 5 severe weather risk. That would be a marginal risk. What that means is we could just see a couple of those storms tomorrow be on the stronger side. Wind gusts 30, 40 miles per hour, maybe some small hail, but not really expecting anything widespread. But be aware that we could have a few showers and thunderstorms that are on the stronger side tomorrow. After we get past your Thursday, though, we do start to dry out. We see some storms, most areas seeing storms tomorrow, and we do have some scattered storms around for your Friday, but your Saturday and Sunday, 0% chance of rain before coming up slightly into the early half of next week. Nothing widespread early next week, just a few isolated to scattered showers. The good news is, with these storms we're seeing tomorrow are also bringing in a cool front, not a cold front, but enough to knock that humidity down. So look, Thursday, that dew point at 76, really humid, really muggy, but by the time we get to your Saturday and Sunday, that dew point drops to around 65, 64 degrees. So even though it's still going to be pretty warm, at least it's not going to be super humid like we've been dealing with lately. If you're headed down to the Gulf Coast, it looks like a great weekend to do so. We will have to dodge some showers and some thunderstorms for your Friday. By the time we get to your Saturday and Sunday, we're looking pretty good. Sunny skies, temperatures around 86 degrees with a UV index being a little lower than it was last week, in that high category. Water temperature in the mid-80s, so still feeling pretty good if you're going to get into the Gulf. And speaking of the ocean, not quite the Gulf, thankfully, as these storms are far, far away from the Gulf, we do have a couple of tropical storms to talk about. Here's Hurricane Gabrielle off way out in the central Atlantic, currently a Category 1 hurricane with winds of 85 miles per hour. Gabrielle is moving quickly off to the northeast towards places like Spain and Portugal. No threat to the U.S., but could be a threat for parts of Europe, interestingly enough. Our second storm is Humberto. Humberto formed earlier today and already has winds of up to 60 miles per hour. While this storm will not affect the Gulf or Alabama, the storm may make a bit of a closer run to the U.S. as by the time we get to your Sunday and your Monday, up to a major Category 3 hurricane, and may come somewhat close to the coast of North Carolina and parts of the east coast of the U.S. So we'll keep an eye on it. We'll keep you updated if anything changes there, but at least for the meantime, no threat to the U.S. or Gulf in the next 7 days. So back here closer to home, no impacts from Tropical Storm Humberto expected, but we are going to be seeing a lot of rain and storms around tomorrow. 80% chance of thunderstorms for your Thursday, 30% for your Friday before we dry out into the back half of next week. High temperatures dropping to around 86, 87 tomorrow and Friday, but warming up to around the lower 90s throughout much of next week. Low temperatures dropping into the mid to upper 60s, rain chances staying low.